Unit 3, Lesson 3, Listening 1.2. Discuss the following questions. Do you enjoy flying? Why? Why not? Which of these forms of transport do you think is the most dangerous? Which do you think is the safest? Why? Flying, traveling by car, travel by motorcycle, walking. Listen to the first part of a radio program and circle the correct answer.
3.3. Part 1. Have you ever been afraid of flying? Do you feel scared when you sit on a plane? Are you stressed when there's turbulence? If so, you may have air phobia. The word air phobia comes from Greek and consists of two parts: air, which is formed from air, and phobia, which is fear. People with air phobia experience extreme fear or panic when they sit on a plane. In today's program, we'll discuss these strategies that can help to reduce this fear. What we'll today is hand waving. Wave is a finger movement that is a finger fly. There is a book about this experience and often gives presentations to have other people do it with their fingers. Can you please learn about your experience, Mark? Oh, sure. So I took a first attendance course right after college. My goal was to see the world, and I thought it would be a good job for me. And I learned a lot more than I expected from the course. During the training, we studied a little of air safety, but there were also lectures about plane crashes. The instructors would tell us horrible stories of serious problems, broken engines, birds eating more aircraft, hijackers, and even stories of planes crashing in the middle of the desert or in the ocean. That's terrible. Oh, I don't think so. They were trying to make us take the job seriously. They would also discuss the research done by air crash investigators to help us understand the reasons behind air crashes. There's a detailed record of each crash, which investigators check carefully. But for now, I suppose we'll see the opposite effect. How about that information? Did it make you afraid of flying? The crash had a strong impact on me. I actually became very scared of flying a plane. When I told my colleagues about it, they just laughed. They couldn't believe that I had completed the flight attendant training, and now I was afraid to get on a plane. What was I supposed to do? I decided to research it online, and I read stories about people who managed to control their fear. Can it be cured? That's all. Like any phobia, there's not always a cure for it, but you can decrease its effects on your life. You need to have the right attitude. You can achieve anything if you're confident and stay positive. The advice I got was very useful, but it was a challenge, and it took me a long time to get over my fear.
Listen to the second part of the radio program. Complete notes using the words in the box.
3.4. Can you share some advice with our listeners? Of course. Well, the first method to reduce your fear is to learn more about how planes work. For example, many people believe that without the engines, the plane will simply fall down from the sky. But that isn't true. The plane will stay up because its wings push against the air. A plane can fly without the engines, and a well-trained pilot will be able to control it without power. All pilots learn how to fly without the engines. What about turbulence? Whenever I fly, I get very scared during turbulence. Well, turbulence can be dangerous, of course. However, most turbulence is completely normal and won't cause any trouble. So you shouldn't be afraid of it. The only situation where it can cause problems is when the aircraft is already damaged or during a flight. But overall, airlines study the weather and won't carry passengers if they think the efficiency and safety factor. Is there any other advice that you can give? Understanding where the emergency exits are when you relax. Not knowing where an exit is and feeling that you're in a closed space can make you afraid. Finally, to adjust to feeling afraid, you should avoid watching movies about plane crashes or other accidents. Some researchers say that aerophobia is caused by people watching too many disaster movies. I thought you often forget that compared to the many forms of transport that we use every day, air transport is actually very safe in that way. There's research which compares the number of accidents per number of miles travelled on each form of transport. We can see that by far the safest form of travel is air transport, and the most dangerous is using a motorcycle. In recent years, there has been a significant decrease in the number of plane crashes. In contrast, cars are considered a more dangerous. Meanwhile, I didn't know that. Thank you for your advice, Mark. Here I want to hear what you think about air safety before you receive by going to our website at www.
Work with a partner. Read the list of tips on how to deal with and control a fear of flying. How useful do you think each step is? Discuss your ideas. Rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are those questions that do not expect an answer. These are used simply as a way of drawing attention to something. Study the following sentences. Do you know what time is it? I can't find my glasses. What's this then? Listening for rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are an unusual type of questions. Their purpose is to bring the listener's attention to a topic or an idea. The speaker doesn't expect an answer to the question. When you ask regular questions, you stop speaking and wait for an answer. When you ask rhetorical questions, you continue speaking. For example, so, is flying the safest way to travel? This is a regular question. B. Yes, I firmly believe that it is. Another example. So, is flying the safest way to travel? The airlines will tell you it is, but not everyone is so confident. This is a rhetorical question. The speaker doesn't expect an answer. Listen to the first part of the radio program again. Which questions are rhetorical questions? Which are regular questions? Take your answers.
3.3 Part 1. Have you ever been afraid of flying? Do you feel scared when you sit on a plane? Are you stressed when there's turbulence? If so, you may have aerophobia. The word aerophobia comes from the Greek, and it consists of two parts: aero, which means flight or air, and phobia, which means fear. People with aerophobia experience extreme fear or panic when they sit on a plane. In today's program, we'll discuss some steps which you can take to reduce this fear. With me today is Mark Noling. Mark used to be a flight attendant who was afraid of flying. He has written a book about his experience and often gives presentations to help other people deal with their phobias. Can you tell us more about your experience, Mark?
Yeah, sure. So I took a flight attendant's course right after college. My goal was to see the world, and I thought it would be a good job for me. I learned a lot more than I expected from the course. During the training, we studied a lot about air safety. but there were also lectures about plane crashes. The instructors would tell us horrible stories of serious problems: broken engines, birds hitting the aircraft, hijackings, and even stories of planes crashing in the middle of the desert or in the ocean.
That's terrible.
No, I don't think so. They were trying to make us take the job seriously. They would also discuss the research done by air crash investigators to help us understand the reasons behind air crashes. There's a detailed record of each crash, which investigators check carefully.
But for you, I suppose this training had the opposite effect. How did it influence you? Did it make you afraid of flying?
The course had a strong impact on me. I actually became very scared of being on a plane. When I told my colleagues about it, they just laughed. They couldn't believe that I had completed the flight attendant training, and now I was afraid to get on a plane. What was I supposed to do? I decided to research it online, and I read stories about people who managed to control their fear of flying.
Can it be cured?
Actually, like any phobia, there's not always a cure for it, but you can decrease its effects on your life. You need to have the right attitude. You can achieve anything if you concentrate and stay positive. The advice I got was very useful, but it was a challenge, and it took me a long time to get over my fear.
Here are a list of common phobias. Try to read the list, then answer the questions. Don't forget to do your assignment. Repeat the lesson whenever you need to. Write all answers in your book. Thank you. Goodbye.